I work with Tridify. I run the UK operation for that. We're a Nordic business. What we do is we take the ability to visualize data, which is all around us, say describes a building, describes the objects and components of a building. We bring those together into a platform, and what that enables people to do is to create a language that everyone can understand, because we all understand visual language. I work for a Finnish company. If I speak to you in Finnish, your chances are you're not going to understand what I'm saying. But if I show you a picture of something, then you will understand that. And that's what we do as our service that we provide. You're probably familiar, there's something which is called commonly the building information model. And that's engineering data. That describes the structure and the envelope that actually a building says. So it says the dimensions go out to here, the windows are here, here and here. Different type of data are the component data. So the floor coverings, the ceilings, the lights, the furniture that you actually put into something. We combine those two things together, and that rich environment enables people to really understand what they're actually dealing with. If I give you a very good example, someone in a technical discipline, maybe an engineer or an architect, they will be able to have a really good concept of what something actually means. If I say to you, I'm going to move that wall by 5 meters in this direction, if I'm not someone who's used to dealing with that kind of information, I can find it very difficult to actually know what that actually means. To give a practical example, we have a very intuitive and easy to use interface for our service, and it can be used on multiple types of devices like tablets or a phone, as well as on workstations, or through a web delivery. We took that into working with conceptually a hospital, an emergency room, and when we were actually going through the designs, we actually had the practitioners, the clinicians, actually looking at that. And one of the nurses pointed out, said a corridor that which had been designed was not wide enough for 2 stretchers to go through. So immediately we were able to reduce that. Now consider that you're removing a rework cost after having designed that. It's a very significant saving. That's a good question, because obviously building information data is now becoming more and more prevalent. But legacy buildings which you have, there are technologies available to us which will enable us to give us a 3D visualization of the building itself and the data requirements that we actually need to actually make the service work.